Good evening to all. Dr. Engineer Naira Radwan. She is working as an assistant professor in the Mechanical Department, Faculty of Engineering, Suez Canal University, Islamia, Egypt. She is also an assistant professor and the Quality Assurance Officer for the PhD program, Faculty of Economics and Administration, King Abdulaziz University, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. She has more than 20 years experience in teaching and research work. Dr. Neera published many papers in high quality, peer reviewed journals as well as she serves as an editorial board member in many international journals. She also serves as a reviewer in many international journals. She participated as a keynote speaker in many international conferences in many countries such as Italy, Singapore, Malaysia, Pakistan, and India. Dr. Naira is an active member in many international academic communities. Moreover, she got a full membership in the Organization for Women in Science for the Developing World, based in Italy. Dr. Naira got many national and international awards such as Awards of Excellence in Accreditation, Work Contribution from King Abdulaziz University 2019 and Certificate of Recognition from the United Nations Associations of Contribution to the Sustainable Development Goals 2020. Dr. Naira's research interest in the field of, but not limited to, solid waste management, recycling, optimization, and supply chain management. Thank you. I welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you very much for the nice presentation.
Now the forum is open to Dr. Neera Radwan to share her views on choosing the appropriate journal to submit your manuscript. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much for the nice presentation. I'm so happy to be with you today. I would like to appreciate the effort exerted by the organizers. Thank you very much. Please let me share my screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it available now?
No, ma'am.
Not yet.
Okay. It's available now, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah.
is.
In the full screen, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Not in full screen.
Now?
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
It is seen in full screen.
Thank you. Today, my topic is choosing the appropriate journal to submit your manuscript. As we all know that it is a very important topic for any researcher to select the suitable journal to publish his or her manuscript. No need now to introduce myself. The organizers do it perfectly. Thank you for that. This is the outline of my presentation. We will speak about what the meaning of academic journal and the types of journals. Also, I will speak about what the meaning of peer reviewing process and what the type of journal articles. This is a very important topics to understand. Then we will know how to search for Scopus journals and in Web of Science journals. Then we will know, we will learn how to create our own checklist to select the appropriate journal. First, what is an academic journal? The academic journal is a scholarly publication containing the articles which is written by researchers or professors or other experts. So the academic journal should be written by experts. Journals focus on specific disciplines or field of study. It is unlike newspaper or magazine. Journals are intended for an academic or technical audience, not general readers. Also, journals are published on a regular basis. Maybe it is monthly or quarterly, maybe yearly. It depends on the journal itself. Each copy is an issue. A set of issues make a volume. Maybe it's the volume is published in each year, maybe each every 3 months, 6 months. As I said before, it's according to the journal itself. Like newspaper and magazines, journals are also called periodical or serials. We have 3 types of journals: open access journals, limited access, and proprietary journal. For any type of journals, there is publication fees. The difference here, who is paying these publication? Who is paying these publication fees? For open access, the author who is paying these fees, the publishing cost paid by the author himself. Okay, so as a reader, you can download or you can view any paper without paying any cost. But when you want to publish your paper in open access journal, you have to pay for the journal. This is the sign for open access journal. As we see here, this sign, it means that this is an open access journal, so you have to pay if you are author and you want to publish your paper. But if you are a reader, okay, you don't have to pay any fees. For limited access journal, readers who is paying the money under the name of subscription. So readers make a subscription to read and download papers. Most of universities make subscription to allow their students, their researchers to make use from papers in these journals. So if you want to publish your paper in limited access journal, you will not pay any fees. The fees paid by the reader who want to read or download the journal. So there is publication fees, but the difference here, who is paying these publication? For the quality, we have the same quality for open access or limited access journal. For proprietary journal, you have to avoid this type of journal. It's not good journal because it's not have a reviewer process. Okay, it may be free or not, but you have to avoid these type of journals. How to know this is an open access journal? This website can help you in that. As we see here, you can just write the journal name. You are not sure for this journal if it is not open access or not. Okay, so you write the journal name here. Okay, and he will make this website engine will make search for you and will let you know if it is open access or not. As we see here, we have 16,500 journals open access until now. This is new data. I download this page from about 3 or 4 days. This is until 2 or 3 days. Number of open access, it's 16,500 journals. Okay. If you want to know if this journal is a proprietary journal or not, you want to avoid it, There is another website which can help you, which is Bill's List. As you see here, this is a website. It can help you just to write the name of the URL for the journal, which you are not sure about it. If it is a predatory or not, it will show here. This website collect all the names of the journal from this type predatory journal. Okay, so this is useful website engine which can help you to know if the journal is open access or it is predatory journal. Again and again, you have to avoid predatory journals. Predatory journal is not a good journal to publish your paper. You are wasting your time. You are wasting your work to publish in this type of journals. When you start thinking about publish your work, first you have to identify the type of your article. There is different type of journal articles. Why you want to know what are the article of your work? Because some journals accept some types of articles and refuse the others. Okay, so first you have to specify your type of article. Let's see with each others the type of journal articles. We have 5 types of articles, which are original research, short reports or letters, review articles, case studies, methodologies or methods. Let me explain each one of this. About original research, although it may appear there are a large number of types of articles published due to the wide variety of names they are published under. Most articles published are one of the following types. These types: original research, short reports or letters, review articles, case study, and methodological or methods. About original research, this is the most common type of journals. Okay, this is the most common type of journal manuscript used to publish full reports of data from research. Sometimes it's called original article. Sometimes we call it research article. They are the same, okay? Or sometimes we said article. So when we said article, it means original research. Depending on the journal. Some journals say article, some of journals say research article. They are the same. They mean original research. The original research format is suitable for many different fields and different types of studies. It includes a full introduction, methods, results, and discussion sections. This is about original research. Let us speak about short reports or letters. These papers communicate brief reports of data from original research that editors believe will be interesting to many researchers and that will likely stimulate further research in the field. Okay? As they are relatively short, the format is useful for scientists with results that are time sensitive. For example, those in highly competitive or quickly changing disciplines. This format often has strict length limits, so some experimental details may not be published until the authors write a full original research manuscript. This is about short reports or letters. The third type is review articles. Review articles provide a comprehensive summary of research on a certain topic and a perspective on the state of the field and where it is heading. They are often written by leaders in a particular discipline after invitation from the editors of a journal. Reviewers are often widely trained, read, and highly cited. This is about review articles. About case studies, these articles report specific instances of interesting phenomena. A goal of case study is to make other researchers aware of the possibility that a specific phenomenon might occur. This type of study is often used in medicine to report the occurrence of previously unknown or emerging pathologies. This is about case study. The last type is methodologies or methods. These articles present a new experimental method. It sometimes presents tests or procedures. The method described may be either completed, the method may be completed is new or may offer a better version of an existing method. So you are showing your experimental work, which is not, it's not, maybe it's new, maybe it's not new, but it's give you, give a new version of the method. The article should describe a demonstrable advance on what is currently available. So you have to define your article, your manuscript, which type of those five types of articles. For example, if your report is case study. So when you are choosing your journal, you have to check if this journal accept case study articles or not. This is very important to you to not waste your time. If you choose a not suitable journal for your manuscript, you will wait for maybe months. Then you will find refused from the journal. You don't know, you don't understand why it is rejected. It is rejected because the journal doesn't accept this type of article, not because the quality of your manuscript is not good. No, because your article is not maintained by this journal. Okay. Now, let us speak about the peer reviewing. What the meaning of peer reviewing? Peer reviewing, the peer review system exists to validate academic work. It helps to improve the quality of published research and increases networking possibilities within research communities. So you have to select the journals which is under peer reviewing process. Okay, so peer review method is used to maintain the quality standard, improve performance, and to provide credibility. Let us speak more about peer reviewing process. This figure shows you how the peer reviewing process go for any journal. Peer reviewing meaning that to publish a paper, you are a researcher and you want to submit a manuscript. Other scholars or peer scholars in the same field of specialization will review your work. They will judge your work and give their comments, their suggestions to maintain the improvement of your work. If your work is not maintain the required quality, they can also reject your work. Okay. The researcher, when for example, the peer scholar give their suggestions and comments about the work, then the researcher have to check these suggestions carefully, very carefully, and according to his or her, according to the comments, he or she have to respond to the editors and the reviewers comments. Okay? Then the editor and the reviewers will review the work after the response, after the researcher make the response to these suggestions. If they approved the work, it will be published based on the peer review process. So, peer review method is used to maintain the quality standard, improve performance, and provide credibility. This is very important to understand the peer review process, okay? And you have to understand that the editorial decision according to reviewer comments plus editorial personal evaluation, okay? This is the most common types of peer review. We have many common types of peer review, but the most important ones which I want to speak about is first one, single blind peer review. What the meaning of single blind peer review? In single blind peer review, the authors don't know who is the reviewer, but the reviewer are aware of the author's identification. So I am, as a reviewer, I know, I read the name of the author, okay? But the author don't know who is reviewing his work. This is the meaning of single blind peer review. So the only blind here is the author, okay? The second one is the double blind peer review. Here, the journal editor doesn't reveal the reviewer's credibility to the authors and vice versa. So what I mean here is that the reviewer and the authors, they don't know each other. So when I am reviewing the paper, I as a reviewer, I don't know who is the authors, because the journal asked the authors to present their work without their name or any affiliations. Okay, this is the most common type you should understand, because the journal you want to submit your journal may be single blind peer review or maybe double blind peer review. There are many types of peer review. Also, there is open peer review, collaborative peer review, third-party peer review, post-publication peer review, and cascading peer review. But the most important to know the single blind or double blind. So when you checking the journal to publish your paper, you have to check: is it a single blind peer review or double blind peer review? Okay. So about peer reviewing process, as we said, it may be blind, single or double blind review. Some journals may be free of charge, some or not, because as we said before, we have many types of journal, some open access or limited access. Okay, so journals may be free to publish, because as we said, that the readers who will make a subscription and will pay. So the author will not pay the publication fees, okay? Or he have to pay for publication, so the readers will not pay, okay? So we will find these two types of journals, it's free or not. So you have to think when you are submitting your manuscript. Will you pay? Will you accept to pay to publish? Because of course, paying will make publication more faster. Okay, so you have to know this point. Will I pay for publish my work or not? Okay, we have to understand that review process is very rigorous process. Really, review process takes time. Some journals maybe take, for example, 3 months to review your paper, your manuscript. Some takes 6 months, Some takes maybe 1 year or 1.5. Okay, this is an important issue to think about. You have to search in the website of the journal about the time for the first decision. It's very important. Sometimes we need to publish our manuscript as soon as possible. Okay, so you have to choose a journal which not take a lot of time to publish your work. But in this case, you have to understand that you may have to pay for this. Okay. Your credit for your publication in the form of citations. Very important for any researchers to think about a citation. So again and again, make sure that the journal is peer and blind review, and you have to avoid predatory journals. For publications, publishing houses, we have a very famous publishing house which indexed in the Web of Science. These are some examples of these houses, like Elsevier, SAG, Wiley. Okay, this is very important and good houses for publications. Now, let us speak about selecting the appropriate journal for your manuscript. After understanding the previous topics, now we will understand how to select the appropriate journal for our manuscription. First, we want to find the journals. I will search for the suitable journals. Maybe I will find 10 or 15 journal which cope with my manuscript. So from these 15 journal, which one I will submit my work? You have to choose just one journal, because you have to make submission for only one journal. It's not permit for you to submit your work in 2 journal in the same time. No, you have to submit in only one journal. Okay, if it is refused in this journal, you can submit to another one, but you cannot submit in 2 journals in the same time. Okay, so I have 15 journals. Which one to choose? So let us first to know the 15 journals, how to find these 15 journals. Okay, then we will know how to create our checklist to select the most appropriate journal for your manuscript. These are some very useful web engines which you can use to find the suitable journals for your manuscript. Okay, now I will try 2 of them with you to show you how to make use from these websites, these engine websites. Now let us see about searching for Scopus Index journals. I want to search for journals which is indexed in Scopus. Okay, so this is Scimago journal ranking website. Okay, this is the website of Scimago, which contains the journals which indexed in Scopus. Okay, now you have many tools here. You have many useful tools. For example, this one. This part you can enter your journal. For example, if I have a journal, or I have the ISSN number, okay, or even I have the publisher name, and I want to check if this journal is Scopus indexed or not. So you can write the journal name here and click. Okay, if it is found in Scopus, it is Scopus index, you will find the journal and the website and all the informations you need. Okay, you have another tool here which is journal ranks. Okay, Journal ranks helps you to find the suitable journals which you want to find to submit your work. Let us see how to make use from this one. You have to click this, okay? You will find a screen containing all subject area. Here you can use, or you can select your area. For example, you are working in engineering, okay? So you select engineering. You are working in management. You work in physics. Whatever the area, you can select here, okay? If you choose engineering, which category of engineering? I want to choose a mechanical engineering. This is my field, so I will choose, for example, mechanical engineering, okay? Sometimes we want journals for specific country or region, so you can choose from here. If you don't want to specify the country, okay, no need to choose. In this case, you don't have to choose make any choice, okay? Also, you have to select the type. You want journals, documents, books, which type of you are searching for. Also, are you searching for a year, specific year or not? So you can choose your choice from the year here, okay? Also, you have another choices. If you want to choose only open access journal, as you see here, you can check here. So you are asking for only open access journal. Don't suggest a limited access journal, okay? Also, if you want to choose only Web of Science journals, it means journals which indexed in Web of Science. So you have different choices. It's according to your choice, you can select, okay? Then after you make your choice, the results will be shown, okay? You can also download the data from here. This is example number 1. Here I choose the field is engineering, and I choose industrial and manufacturing engineering. For the type or the country or the region, I didn't select any region, okay? For types, I select all types of article. He's showing journals, books, conference with proceeding, okay? I choose all types, okay? For the year, I choose for 2019. Okay, according to my choices, you can find here the results. Okay, this is the choices. Okay, this is my choices. Okay, and this is the results. Let us see the results here. He suggests for you, number 1, this journal, the International Journal of Machine Tools and Manufacture. This journal is Q1 journal. Okay, with Scimago journal ranking. This is the factor, okay, which show the power of your journal. The Scimago journal ranking is 3.979, okay, and also show some useful informations like each index, okay, total sites for 3 years, and also the country of the journal, okay? The second choice for you is Journal of Operations Management. This is Q1 journal with Scimago journal ranking 3.957, okay? And show you the needed information you want and the country of this region. The order is based on Scimago journal ranking. If you know that, the first journal is 3.979. The second one is 3.957. It's less than the first one. So he ordered the journal, make the order according to Scimago journal ranking. So you will find maybe here you may find 30 suggestions. You will find a lot of suggestions, okay? So according to the quality of your journal, for example, if I were you, I may think that no, my quality is not high enough to publish it in Q1 journal. So I will try to find for Q2 journal or Q3 journal or Q4 journal, okay? So it's up to the quality of your journal, okay? The quality, sorry, of your manuscript. This is another example, this example 2. Here, I make another choices. For example, I check only open access journal. I want you to suggest. I'm telling the website. I want only open access journals. Okay, and I want engineering, for engineering, also for industrial manufacturing engineering. The year I changed the year to be 2018. Okay, according to my choices, he will suggest the journals and he will make his order according to Scimago journal ranking. Here Q1. If we complete the list, we will find Q2 and Q3 and so on. You cannot hear this sign. It means that open access, because I choose open access journal. This is why he will suggest only open access journals according to your choice. This is my choice, okay? This is another example, example 3. Here, I choose only open access journal. I make check here, okay? Engineering also, industrial manufacturing engineering. Here, I choose Indian, okay? I want the journal to be Indian journal, okay? With the year 2018. Here, he just find one journal, okay? He suggests one journal, which is Journal of the Textile Association. It's Q4 journal with impact factor 0.117. Okay, this is Indian journal. Okay, so using this website will make you put your suggestions based on your choices, okay? So he will give you his alternatives journals, okay? And then you can choose the appropriate one of these journals. This is my choices, okay? Another useful tool here is country ranks. This one. For example, I want to know the order of the country rank for subject for area for engineering, for example. Okay, so you have here some choices. Here, the area, the category, the category, the region, the year, and based on your choices, he will give you the order of the country ranking according to your choices. Okay. For example, this example, okay, I want to know the country ranking, just not for specific area, just for the year 2019. This means for all subject area, for engineering, for medicine, for all subject area, I want to know the country ranking for this year. So according to that, he will make this list. Number 1, China, okay, give you number of documents. His order according to the number of documents. So China for 2019 have the largest documents published in this year, okay? After that, United States, after that, United Kingdom, after that, India, after that, Germany, and so on, okay? So it's very easy to know the country ranking according to your criteria which you are searching for, okay? you can download the data. This is another example. For example, I want to know the country ranking according to engineering, only engineering science, for industrial manufacturing engineering for the year 2019. Okay, and so on. There is another useful tool here which you can use. It's visualizing tools. This one. All the data you want to know, you can show it in nice graphs, as you see here. You just have to choose the country and the year. Okay, the sites per documents. Okay, this is the H index. If you don't want to choose it, no problem. Okay, based on your choices, you will find figures having the results which you want to know, these ones. Okay, so these are very useful tools which we could use to select the journals to our manuscript, but it will give you alternatives of selections. Okay, now if you want to make your search in Web of Science, in the Web of Science journals, what I mean that I want to search about the journals which is indexed in Web of Science. Okay, so we can use, for example, this engine, which is Elsevier Journal Finder, one of the most powerful engine to find the suitable journal. As you see here, he offers you to put your paper title. You have your manuscript, you have your title, you have your abstract, your keywords. Okay, just to write here the title, the paper abstract, the keywords. Okay, if you want to put, for example, the field of your industry, if you don't want to put it, no problem. And of course, according to these data, you will click Find Journal, and he will suggest the suitable journals. This is an example for mine. I was having a manuscript, and I want to know the suitable Web of Science journals, which I can submit my manuscript. My paper name was Six Sigma, the powerful tool for defective reduction, real case from the industrial sector in Saudi Arabia. I put it here in the paper title, and I put the abstract. I didn't even write the keywords. I told him find journals. Okay, when I click find journals, this is the results which I have. He gave you many alternative choices for journals which you can submit your journals. If you see here in this screen, he writes sort by best match. So here he offers you to select the journal according to the best match which is suitable for you. We here find journal name. Okay, the first thing is journal name. For example, this is computers in industry. This is the first thing, industrial. The first thing, the journal name. Second, site score. This is the site score. You can see here. Okay, site score is 10. Number 2, impact factor. Impact factor means that this journal is indexed in the Web of Science with impact factor 4.769. It indicates the power of the journal. This is the acceptance rate, 12%, and time for first decision for the editor to reply to your email or reply to your submission. This is after 3 weeks, and time to publication 4 weeks. Okay, so you have to know which is important for you. I want the website to make the order according to impact factor, or time to first decision, or time to publication. Of course, all of us want to publish our work very fast with a high quality journal. But we have to think, is my manuscript have a high quality that I could submit in a journal with high impact factor, or it is medium quality, so I have to choose a medium impact factor or a small impact factor? Okay, you need to the time publication to very fast, so you have to make your best choice is time to publication. So it's about your choice, which one to choose, okay? Which is the most important factor to choose from this one, okay? This is an example. I use here, for example, I want to show this computer in industry, okay? I want to choose, I want to check this website. So you will find journal website. You will find this icon, journal website. You have to click journal website. When I make click on journal website, they will show you the website of the journal, okay? You maybe want to submit paper, so without checking the website, and I don't recommend this. You have first to check the journal website, okay? If you want to submit your paper, just click submit paper, okay? Okay, let's see if we choose journal website. This screen will show for you. So computers in industry, he show you the factors you need to check. So I'm satisfied with these factors. Let us go to the journal website. So I will choose journal website. When choosing the journal website, let us see with each other. This is the ISSN number for the journal. Any journal have its ISS number. If the journal doesn't have ISS number, you don't have to choose it, okay? Of course, any journal in Web of Science or Scopus have ISS number. This is its identification number. Also, you have to check for this information. This is impact factor 3.95954, okay? This is its impact factor. Also, Scimago journal, Scimago journal ranking, okay? This number 1.007. Here, we understand that this journal is indexed in two types of, it's indexed in both Scopus and Web of Science. How we know? We know because it has impact factor and Scimago journal ranking factor, okay? It has the two numbers. Here you can see also guide for authors. You have to click guide of authors. He will give you all the information you need to submit your manuscript, okay? Also, you will find here a very important icon which said scope of the journal, scope and aim of the journal. This is the first thing to think about the journal, because for example, my manuscript in industrial engineering, and I want to submit my work in a journal which is a specialty in physics, for example, or medicine. It's not the scope or the aim of the journal. So the first thing to check about the aim and scope of the journal. Also, in the scope and the aim of the journal, he will show you the type of articles which is maintained by the journal, which we are explaining in the beginning of this session. It accepts case studies or not. Okay, for example, you want to submit a case study, so he will explain if he accept the journal, he will accept the case study or not. So this is the first thing to check the scope and aim of the journal. Okay, you have to check the impact factor. Okay, here we understand that it is indexed in Web of Science and Scopus. Okay, then you can read the guide for authors. Okay, so now we know how to check the journal website. Now we have Manuscript. We know how to know the alternative journals which we can submit our manuscript. But now I want to choose just one manuscript, one journal from those alternatives. So we have to create our checklist. My advice to you is to make your checklist every year. Okay, every year you have to make your checklist, and from your checklist you can specify easily the appropriate journal to publish your work. First thing, as we said, the aim and scope of the journal. If you don't check the aim, the scope of the journal in the first, it should be your first step. If you don't do that, so you can submit your paper, your manuscript to the journal and wait for 2 or 3 or 4 months, then you will find reject. You will find your work rejected. Why it is rejected? It may be because it's not the same aim and scope of the journal. Okay, this is very important point. It's not because, again and again, it's not because the quality of your manuscript. No, this is because it's not matching with the aim and scope of the journal. Step number 2, the quality of the journal. Okay, you, according to your work, you have to choose the quality of the journal. If I have a high quality manuscript, so I can choose Web of Science journal, which is indexed in Web of Science, journal indexed in Scopus. It's according to the quality of your manuscript, you can choose the quality of the journal. Okay. Number 3, you have to check for the other indexing, which mean index factors, citation score, H-index. This is very important index. Actually, it takes more time to explain. Maybe next time I can make another session for you about these types of index. Number 4, ranking. If you want to the journal to be ranking, for example, it is the journal is indexed in Web of Science. What is the impact factor? The impact factor 5, 7, 10, 20, sometimes impact factor for 40. This is high quality, very high quality journals. Okay, so according to your quality of the manuscript, you can choose a suitable ranking. Okay, the publication duration, you have to put in your mind, what about publication duration? Each journal write the publication duration for the journal. Maybe some journals take 5 months, others 3 months, others maybe 1 year or 1.5 or 2 years. Okay, so don't put your manuscript in a journal without knowing the publication duration. Okay, the article process charges, if it is paid or unpaid, if it is open access or limited access. If you can pay, okay, but if you don't want to pay for publication, you have to choose unpaid journal. Number 7, formatting. Some journals ask it to make your manuscript according to standard format. You have to follow its format. If you submit your manuscript without following its standard format, it will be rejected. Okay? Some journals don't ask for a standard format. They just ask you to submit your journal without any standard formatting. So it is very important to know from the author's instructions, it will be shown. Another important issue is plagiarism. What is the accepted plagiarism for the journals? Some journals don't accept papers, for example, which higher than 15 or 20%. Some accept for 15%. Okay, so you have to check from the Web of Science the percentage of plagiarism. Okay, this is very, very important for you to make. This is to make it or to create your checklist. This will help you from the alternative journals. Okay, you specify from the previous steps in our session. You can now choose only one journal. Let us see examples for checking two different journals. Now I will show you the Engineering, Science and Technology and International Journal and the Material Science and Peer J. Okay, this is known journals. I want, for example, to publish my manuscript in one of these two alternatives. So I will check the website for each one. Let us see for the first one. This is the website for the Engineering, Science and Technology and International Journal. Okay, as we see here, let us check with each other. First, you have to find the aim and scope. This is the first step you have to do. Search for the aim and scope of the journal, and you have to see if the aim and scope of the journal cope with your manuscript. Okay, from this you can see this is the ISS number. For me, I used to make this table. I put the ISS number for the journal. Okay, as you see here. As you see here, scope. This is Scopus index. Yes. How do I know? From here, it has Scimago journal ranking. How much? 0.750. Okay, this is Scimago journal ranking. So it is Scopus index. Is it indexed in Web of Science? Yes. How did you know? Because it have impact factor. Okay, impact factor, this number 2.721. Okay, you will also find the duration written here. The duration is 3 to 5 months. This is duration to publication. Okay, it's open access, so it is free. Okay, the formatting is standard. Okay, the plagiarism it's 5 to 10 accepted. After more than 10, it will not be accepted. Okay, the acceptance rate is high. So this is according to my checklist. This is the data I need to know. Okay, this is open access. As you see here, open access, it means free, without charge. This is the other example for Material Science and Peer J. It have many types of journals. Okay, you will choose. For example, you want to publish in engineering, you will find the suitable journal for engineering. For example, category for mechanical engineering. This is, for example, for engineering. I collect the data which I need. Okay, from here. Okay, this is peer review. This is the ISS number, as you see here. It is Scopus index. Yes, I know from the impact factor 2.35. It is Scopus index, yes, because it's have Scimago general ranking 1.03. Okay, this is in this type of journal there are free and there are charged with $1,000. Okay, and accordingly we have two types of formatting: standards and templates. Some journals in per J standards, some of them it's according to templates. The plagiarism percentage is between 5 to 10% accepted, and also acceptance rate is high. But here, as you see, the duration is from 1 to 2 months. Okay, so you can compare here. Okay, for example, if I want to choose from these examples, according to the duration, okay, this is much. The time is less. This is 1 to 2 months. The previous one 3 to 5 months. But you may have here to pay $1,000. The previous one was free. So it is your choice according to your criteria. Okay. Here, I want to learn you how to compare between two journals. For example, this is a journal named City, Culture and Society, and this is Energy and Buildings. Okay, this one is indexed in only Scopus, and this one is indexed in POS, Web of Science, and Scopus. How did I know? From this one. Here, it just have Scimago general ranking. It doesn't have impact factor. Scimago general ranking equal 0.343. Here, you can see here, no impact factor, right? Look at this one. It's written impact factor. This is the place of impact factor. Impact factor equal 4.495. And also have Scimago journal ranking equal 1.934. So I understand that this journal, City, Culture and Society, indexed in only Scopus, only Scopus, and this journal, which Energy and Buildings, indexed in both Scopus and Web of Science. So if you want to publish your paper, your manuscript in a Web of Science journal, so you have to choose this one if you are comparing between these two alternatives. Okay. This was my session. I hope that it was useful for you. And this is my connection information. I will be more than happy to connect with you and I help you. Thank you, everyone. Any questions?
Thank you, ma'am. Participants, you can post your questions. You can ask unmuting your mic, or you can post your questions in the chat box. But again, there are appreciations like a good session, clear presentation, lucid presentation given by the participants as compliments. Yes, sir.
Ma'am, I have one question. I am Dr. Arun from Bansi.
Yeah, welcome.
Ma'am, your session was very informative and heartily congratulations to you for this nice presentation. And you mentioned about H index, I index, and somewhere I saw G index. It's very small query. If you something you can tell about G index, how we can calculate this one.
Yeah. Thank you very much. This is very important about index and H index, and there is many types of index. And as I explained in my session, it takes time. I can learn you. I will be very happy to learn you how to calculate these index. But actually, it takes time. So we need more time. Maybe next time we can do it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. One query also, ma'am.
Yeah.
You differentiate your manuscript in Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4.
Yeah.
So how we can differentiate what parameters, what factors that we can tell this one is from Q1, from Q2 and Q3 and Q4 go for general.
Okay, thank you very much for your question. This is a quartile of the journal. Okay, this is every year the Scopus and these identifications with a list for all Scopus, all indexed journals is come from the Web of Science, okay, or from Scopus. So you can get it from its website. Okay,
Okay.
this is about the quality, the power of the journal. Okay, but each year it may change. You know, the final criteria for these journals is available from just 2 or 3 days. Each year there is a new list, so you can get it from its website.
Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening,
Any other
Dr.
questions?
Good evening.
Niara.
Good evening to you.
Yeah, I'm Professor Bala here from Malaysia. It's very excellent presentation. I think useful, informative for the many of scholars. Okay,
Thank you
my
very much.
question is very simple. Okay, there are many in this room is young scholars and also PhD and master student. They are always worried to publish in Scopus or ISI or Q1, Q2. They will like feel like very tough to publish. But after your presentation, maybe they feel. But I would like to know what is your advice, because you cannot expecting them immediately go and publish in the Q1, Q2 like that, and then it might be a rejection. They will upset. So, do you have any idea that they can publish in the, I'm not saying low ranking journal. I don't see the Predator journal, of course, totally rejected Predator, but there's some journal that they can go and publish as a motivation, and then they go one step, another step. So, what is your advice for this group of people? Because there are a lot here, and then they'll just start the PhD 1 year or second year of masters. So, that's what I want to get your opinion. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you very much, Prof. Thank you very much for your questions. Actually, you are right. We are suffering with our students because it's not easy. Actually, it's not easy to publish in high quality journals. For me, I'm the quality assurance officer for the PhD program in my university. And I always see that my students is afraid to publish in high quality journals. We prefer to publish in lower quality, and I don't like that, because one have to suffer and work to publish his work in high quality. So I always see that students should read a lot. They have to read a lot of papers in high quality journals. This is number one. We don't learn easily. We have to understand that. So we have to read, for example, my specialty in industrial engineering. So I have to read, for example, I'm working in waste management, on solid waste management. So I have to collect solid waste papers related to solid waste management, okay, from high quality papers which is indexed in Web of Science or Scopus, and start to read to see how they are writing, how they are discussing their work. This is the first thing. The second step, or the second thing, is actually prof is our role. Our role. We have to help these students. We have to guide them. Okay. For example, I used to work with my students for the first time. For example, I always choose a group which is they are hard worker, and I told them that I will work with you for only one time to get chance for other students, and I'm trying to guide them what to do, what to search for. So we publish with them. I used to publish with them a paper, for example, in Q2 journal. Okay, so they will learn the steps how to submit the journal. Okay, maybe I want to make another session for students here how to make a submission for the journal, because our students feel afraid to do that. Okay, so they have to learn, but our role as professors to help our students, to guide them, not to do everything for them, no, just to guide them to do that. So first thing, they have to read well, very very well. Then our role as professors to guide our students. Thank you.
I think your answer is excellent, that life is not easy. And the
Yeah.
student here must understand that you must go through the difficult life like you and me gone through. And I hope they have to publish or perish. These two words can. So I think your idea excellent. We are just a guide, but they have to publish by themselves. That's what we call a PhD or master scholar. Thank you, doctor, for your advice.
Thank you, Prof. Thank you very much, Prof. Thank you.
Any more questions from the participant side? Okay, thank you, ma'am, for your patience.
Thank you very much.
I do not find enough words to thank you for the ideas you shared are extremely beneficial, not only for me, for all of us here. These topics that we were discussing in the FDP or the need of the hour, I feel as if our brains are tightly packed with the strategies you shared on types of journals, journal and country ranking, and now about the last topic you dealt with in order to find the appropriate journal to submit the manuscript were really valuable, beneficial to every one of us, each and every one of us. So I thank you for your kind time spared in order to share your valuable ideas. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you very much. I was very happy to be with you today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.